to Twin Formula One. It's time to stir the pot. I'm ranking all 11 F1 teams in a tier list based on pace, consistency, vibes and everything in between. You might disagree, but that's what the comments are for. So let's get started. Alright, so there are 11 teams this year. We're going to rate them, I guess. It's based on opinion and vibes, really. This could all change, could be completely wrong. You're definitely going to have different opinions than me. The teams we've got are Mercedes, Alpine, Aston Martin, Audi, Cadillac, Ferrari, Haas, McLaren, RB, Red Bull and Williams. Now, pre-season testing doesn't really give much away, but I think the top 4 might be pretty obvious, and then the rest maybe switching around a little bit. I'm not really sure where to start. This is the tier list. We've got 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But so we're not going from 1 straight to 10. We're just doing brackets. I'm going to start with Williams, who I don't think had the greatest of pre-season tests, to be honest, but based on last year and the fact that James Vowles has done really well at Williams, they've got a strong lineup with Albon and Sainz. I'm going to put them in the 5 to 6. I think 5th they'll get, based on last year as well. They did really well, their best season in a long time, and hopefully they can figure out this new era of F1. Now, we go 6. I'm not entirely sure. I think that it's either going to be Alpine. I'm not sure. Alpine's a bit of a stretch. I think Haas might have a good season. Like, they've been improving, they've got a lot of new investment. I think I'm going to put Haas in 6. Now, you all might have different opinions to me, but that's the fun of this, I guess. Alpine, I mean, they had a pretty shocking season last year. I think I'm going to put them for now in the 7-8 position. I don't think that's too bad. I think more like 8th, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's about right for Alpine. So we still got Mercedes, Aston Martin, Audi, Cadillac, who are the brand new team, the 11th team of the grid, Ferrari, McLaren, RB and Red Bull. See, RB's a bit of a weird one. I think they'll do better than Alpine. I'm going to put them in front of Alpine in the 7th position. And I'm not sure about Haas now either. I think RB should be better than Haas. And I'm going to put Haas down into the 7th position. I don't think that's too bad. I'd like to see Haas do a lot better this year. I like Bierman. We've got Ocon there. Alpine, it's Colapinto and Gasly, Biza, RB. I think having the Red Bull powertrain, that looks pretty decent. They shouldn't be too bad. They've got a new driver in Lindblad, English. He's pretty cool. He did well in Formula 2. Yeah, I think that's about right. Williams 5th, RB 6th, Haas 7th, Alpine 8th. And then who are we thinking for Aston Martin. I don't like to do this, but it's going to have to be in this bottom row. And there's just been reports that the vibrations are so bad that they're concerned about nerve damage on the drivers, which is not good at all. How they've managed that, I don't know. And that's with the new Honda powertrain. They've got a lot of working outs to do to get that car, you know, up to standard. It's an Adrian Newey designed car as well, so I think they will definitely progress through the year, but I mean they're having a rough go of it at the moment. I think I'm gonna put Audi in front. Yeah. Audi have got two good drivers as well. Yeah, I mean it's a shame for Alonso and Aston Martin, and Lance Stroll seems to just, you know, he's there. Audi was doing some interesting things in pre-season, like they were really testing the engine. It's their engine. They were doing the short downshifts, trying to copy Red Bull. I think they look pretty good, but I don't think they'll be fighting for many points this year. And then you got Cadillac, I'm actually going to put them in front of Aston Martin. And Cadillac have got Bottas and Perez this year. They did a lot of testing throughout last year and recreating full race simulations with the entire team, so they're not just coming into this year without a plan. I think they'll be pretty good. I think they'll obviously get better through the year, but we'll see. And then obviously we got the first, second, third and fourth, and it's the same four teams. It doesn't look like that is going to change unless Williams, maybe RB, do something special. I think Williams do have the Mercedes powertrain. Red Bull powertrains are with the RB team, so they could possibly get podiums. A couple of podiums for Williams last year with Sainz, so you never know. But the top four are still the top four. Obviously McLaren were dominant last year. Red Bull managed to do their thing with just one driver virtually. I think what do we do here? Because I think that it's going to be closer than people expect. I think McLaren might struggle to start with, and then they'll get stronger through the year. So I'm going to put them in third. I think out of the last three, what we think? Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. I think Ferrari looked really good during pre-season testing. I really did. I thought Hamilton looked particularly strong. I think the smaller cars are definitely more his style, more like the 21 era. And Leclerc's such a good driver as well. Having two drivers, I think, is because this is the teams. Having two drivers consistently scoring points is going to be important. I think I'm going to put Mercedes first. because I think they have the advantage with the new powertrain. That they obviously helped build it, or did build it, and everyone thinks they're sandbagging. Everyone thinks they've done something a little bit dodgy with the engine, that it can expand in some way inside the engine, and that's why in I think June 1st, like, the rules have changed for the engines, and they'll be testing the expansion rate at 130 degrees or something like that. Currently it's only being tested when the engines are not running, and that's why it's getting changed for later on in the season. So they need to take advantage of it straight away. I think Antonelli's a really good driver. I think with a dominant car he will be fighting for wins, but I think George Russell's experience he's going to be up there, that's for sure. So with two drivers, be really good. I think I'm going to move a couple of these around. I think I'm going to put Ferrari in third. We've got two good drivers, but they had a shocking season last year. Did not enjoy watching that at all. I think they were all over the place. The only win they got was with Lewis Hamilton in a sprint race. Leclerc did get a fair few podiums, I think 5 podiums last year, but yeah, nowhere near looking like they were ever going to win a race. I think Red Bull in second. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think putting McLaren in fourth though is a bit cheeky, isn't it? Considering they've dominated it the last 2 years. And they do also have a Mercedes powertrain. I think third. And I'm gonna put Red Bull in fourth, because they can't seem to get two drivers on the same wavelength or ability to actually compete for a constructors title anymore. I think Ferrari look really good, so I am going to keep them in second. I think Mercedes should have the edge. I think McLaren could do something in the season to really push forward, but I'm not entirely sure. You have two really good drivers with Norris, obviously the champion, and Piastri. So yeah, I think that's my table. So in 9th, 10th and 11th we're going for Audi, then Cadillac, and unfortunately for Aston Martin last, because they've completely flopped this. And I can't see him coming back, especially at the early part of the season. I don't know what they've done to get it so wrong. I think Cadillac looked decent, and Audi as well. They both put in good laps. Alpine, I think it's not necessarily run the best way. So we'll see what happens then. They do have a Mercedes powertrain though this year, so that should be interesting. Haas, I think that's kind of where they are, 7th. RB in 6th, which, yeah, I don't think that's too bad, but I think they could do something. Like, they've pulled out surprise podiums before and wins. Williams, I'd like to see them really pushing this year. I mean, they were really strong at the beginning of the year last year, and then struggled, and then came back with a couple of podiums near the end. So I'd like to see them get a podium. I'd like them to see them win as well. 4th place I've gone for Red Bull. That's purely because I don't think that they can find a driver to match Verstappen and to help win a constructors title. McLaren are in 3rd just because of the vibes, I guess. is I mean, they obviously have dominated, but I think Mercedes have the edge on them this year, and I also think Ferrari in second is the right shout. I mean, their launches were incredible in pre-season, so it could be a bit reminiscent of 2005 Alonso in a Renault. It looked like that, but you never know. I mean, I think they've been fastest in pre-season tests in the last 3 years in a row and have done nothing. Mercedes have obviously dropped off during the hybrid era, but this new style of car and the fact that they've designed this powertrain, I think, gives them an edge. I think Antonelli's progression was really good as well last year, and George Russell's solid. I think with the right car, like, they could be fighting for a constructors for sure. Yeah, I think that's it. That's my tier list. That's my 2026 Formula 1 tier list for all 11 teams. I think that's alright. You have to tell me what you think, whether you disagree, whether you do agree. Like, let me know in the comments, and like the video and subscribe to Twin Formula 1, and I'll see you on the next one.